Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin. So the point of this video is to find out the next point to short. I still believe the cycle top is in, but again, we're going to get bounces, and we did hold support and we pushed up. Now before I give you these levels, look, I'm going to show you where I'm going to take profit on my long and go short. But I did want to point out, there was a certain YouTuber that called me out. He called my analysis black magic and voodoo, said that I was mostly wrong, and then I say I'm right, and he said I don't actually trade. Well, what they do is they'll make these videos about other YouTubers, and they'll talk smack and hope that these YouTubers will make a video about them in a desperation to get more views to their channel. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of that, but I'm going to make a little swipe at him because he says that I say I was right and I'm mostly wrong. Well, let's see here. It was 3 videos back, 9 days ago. I said Bitcoin upside target for break current resistance. So I said to long to 126,000 and then go short. Played out beautifully. I was right. Major shift in price coming for Bitcoin, gold, and US dollar. We were getting close to a rejection point for gold. And I said that'd be the point to potentially short, because if gold drops, markets will drop, and Bitcoin as well. And we did get a rejection at the point. I'll cover gold in just a bit. My most recent video was this one. I said I saw some odd market orders that made me think that Bitcoin exchanges are sending signals that there was a topping point for everything to drop. And that did play out. And I did tell you guys in that video, this is 10 minutes, 45 seconds in, I'll link up to it now. I said if we come below 113,600, I will add to my short. But I will be longing 109,600. So we dropped pretty fast. Now I took profit early because I was way over. I had a lot of margin on my trade, and I was way up, and I did not want to lose out on the profit, so I did close my trade. Price did drop way below this point. So in my opinion, that was no man's land. All of this right here, anything could happen here. We could push back up and then start dropping, but for me to go long and be confident in my long to play out, it would have to be above 109,200. So that's why I went long. So I made profit on my short, and it was one of the biggest drops that we had in a long time. I'm currently up $2,700 just using $1,500 with 50x. And if we come down to sport, I will add to that long. Again, the point of this video is to find out where to take profit on that long and short. But to that YouTuber, I do trade, I do make profit. I'm not mostly wrong. So take that black magic and put it in your pipe and smoke it. So anyways, let's get on to this, guys. So the point of this video is to find out where to take profit on your long, if you did listen to what I said, guys. So I did wait until we pushed back above this point. As you can see, I went long once we got above, again, and I mentioned that in that video, this is a very key level. Once we're below 109,253, that becomes resistance. Let's say on the daily, yeah, it's game over, we're headed down. But looking at confluence between charts, I'm going to show you the point I want to take profit on my long and go short, or at least go heavy on a short. Maybe go heavy. Again, guys, as I said, sometimes it's better to use lower margin first, so if it goes the wrong way, you don't lose as much, and then add to your short or your long, whichever way you're trading. Again, it's just so you lose less until you get the right direction, and then add to it. Before we get into that, guys, if you can leverage trading, CoinCatch has great options. No KYC, no VPN. This is a specials page. 18 days left, guys. I'll put a link up to it now if you want to check it out. If you deposit $1,000, you get $5,000 bonus, 30 slots every 7 days. If you deposit $500, you get $1,250 back. It's 300 slots every 7 days. You can get free access to my charts in Discord, and they have trading bonuses where you can make money off of how much trading volume you're trading. You need to use my affiliate link, though. I'll put a link up to it now. Once you sign up under my link, make sure you go to the events page. Again, all these links will be pinned in the first comment description. Then click join, and that qualifies you and makes you part of this promotion. If you want to learn how to trade on CoinCatch, this is the video I put together. I cover a lot of things in here, important things, difference between cross and isolated, difference between market price, limit price. This can be the difference between your order triggering or not triggering, difference between trigger order and limit order. A lot of important information here. So if you want to watch this video to learn how to trade on CoinCatch, or even if you're trading on any exchange, do watch this video. I'll put a link up to it now. And guys, if you want to get access to Discord and charts, it's $49 a month. If you do sign up, make sure you email me through the website. I'll put a link up to it now. And I have tutorials teaching my charting method. So let's get on to this, guys. So to me, I'm seeing a lot of confluence for a particular target. I'll show you these charts. And again, this is where I want to take profit on my long and go short. Now, it looks like it's around $118,000, $119,000. I think that would be the next point to take profit on this long. Again, if we drop down, and I'm going to show you different charts, but if we drop down to 113,500, I will probably add to my long. I might just add to my long because I think we're going to push up to at least that point. But again, like I said, this is the point, the most important level right here. So if we get below 109,352 and that becomes resistance on the daily, like I said, I believe it's game over, we're headed down. Still believe the cycle top is in. But looking at different charts, this chart specifically on the website is called a macro trend and daily MACD. But this looks like the next point too short. Again, this is that line that goes back to 2017. So that's 118,830 right there, right? So if we go to other charts, this is, and remember, this is where I said that I saw those weird market orders, 123,600, ideal point to short, and we had a massive drop after that. Well, we know this, the center Bollinger Band here is around 116,700. If we push up, I do believe we'll push above that point, but look at the confluence here, guys. Right here, if it's today, that's 118,300, and if it's tomorrow, that's 118,600. So it looks like, that's going to be the point to short if we push up. Your most key support level right now on this chart is around, well, 112,783. So again, like I said, we drop down to 113,000 around the area. I'll just add to my long. But that is your most critical support level. So if we get a daily open below 112,783, well, that's going to be bearish back down to our support level. And that would be on this chart here, around 109,352. But remember what I said, once this breaks and becomes resistance, we have a lot of downside. But to me, if we continue up, again, 118,800, right here, 118,624. Again, a lot of confluence for a point to take profit into short. So that's where I would love to take profit if we push up to it, and that is definitely where I will be opening a heavy short. Let me go through. Now this is, where that video is talking about. Look, if we push up to the top of this rising wedge, remember, we're still in a rising wedge. We did cross this ring I talked about. So when we cross this ring, that's when the bear market starts. We did push up, and we had a hell of a drop. So, and again, like I said, we got to reject 123,600. And this right here, so again, this is that rising wedge in that cycle. This is just a parallel channel. Just bring this channel down. You can see that's kind of our support level. But in my opinion, we've already broken down from this pattern, and now we're below it. And I did mention before that, briefly we broke below, right? We broke below here, and now we're below it again. So if we break back above, guys, so look, if we get back above, let's say, and look at the confluence here, 118,000. So if we get back above 118,000 and hold its support, then this was another fake out and we'll push higher. But I'm seeing a lot of confluence across charts around 118,000, 119,000. Maybe 118,500, play it safe. But that will be the point to long to and or short. I think that will probably be the top. Typically what happens when you break out of a pattern, you'll come up and you'll test it as resistance, or it'll be a fake out. But I think this time it'll actually be resistance, and that's the point you go short. So I'm just showing you a confluence across charts. Let's see here. So you have those targets again, 118,600. A lot of charts showing that's the point you would take profit at long and go short. Obviously, if we get above that point and hold a support, then I'm wrong and we're going higher. And then we do know, sorry, we'll cover those charts in just a minute. We do know that if we get above 118,084, well, your next major resistance to pay attention to is going to 124,387. And the top of this rising wedge is around 127,800. So that, if we get above that level, 127,500, then that'll invalidate my theory. We'll be breaking out of a larger structure, this rising wedge. A break above 127,500 would invalidate that, and that projected target would be up around 200K. But I think more than likely we're going to get rejected around 118,500 around that area, and then started heading back down. Again, this is the 30-minute chart. This is the C1 chart. And again, you can see, I mentioned that previous video too, we had a lot of confluence. This line right here was going to be a support level. Specifically, the other charts what I use. But again, you use these lines of confluence. So currently, you can see we're struggling to get above this level here, right at 115,000. And if we go back to my chart, actually, we just pushed above this point. So I'm drawing lines on my charts as we go. Right now, I'm currently up $2,800. If we came back down, I would have added to my long here. So now that we're pushing up, if we come back down, well, I'll probably add to my long around 114,000. But again, that's how you do it, and then you can move your stop loss up. So if you want to keep profits, so now price comes down to 113,476. Well, I'm still gonna, I'll get stopped out, but I'll be in profit. But for now, I'm gonna leave this kind of low and see how this plays out, because I do think we're at least headed to 118,000 for a rejection. Let me give you these targets though and just show you some further confluence. So again, this is the 30-minute. This is our current resistance, 115K. But if you notice this next line, and just look left, guys, you can see that this line's been a lot of support and resistance, right? That's sitting around 117,700, close to 118,000. This is going to be a lot of resistance here, 118,300, and this line right here. So as I said, it looks like 118,500, 119,000. That would be the point to close your long and go short. Now, if you're happy with your profit, if you watched the last video and you did pay attention to that level and you went long, maybe take your profit now. Notice we're testing this moving average as resistance. If this is on the 30-minute, if we start holding above 115,000, then you might as well just add to your long. But again, the point of this is finding a point to short. And it does look like across the charts that, again, 118,000, 118,500 would be a point to take profit on your long and then to go short. If we hold above those levels, then we're probably headed back up to at least 124K. Get above that, well, top of the wedge, 127,500. I would like to also point out the DXY is holding above. Remember I talked about this yellow line right here? So as long as we're above this point, I'll be bullish on the DXY. Now we are pushing above this resistance level. We're kind of hovering right here around 99.1. Your next resistance is up around 100.38. If we get above that and hold support, expect the dollar to push higher. I did notice gold did break above my resistance level. Now that video I was talking about, point to short gold was when around 4,056. Now we did get rejected there. We held support around 3,950. But we are breaking above that level. Now, if gold holds on the daily above 4,054, and this is not a fake out, well, your next major resistance level above for gold is going to be up around 4,470. If it's out here, it's going to be closer to 4,500. That's a hell of a pump for gold, but again, you got to play the levels. You can see that we got a perfect rejection here. We did get a rejection here, but we pushed above. So gold is looking bullish. Just wait and see if this is just a fake out. Let's see if we wick back down below 4,059 and then get a rejection, or if that holds as support. If it does, then we're bullish on gold. And the DXY, we'll have to see. We're just kind of in limbo right here. I think that covers everything. Just, again, it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to be taking profit around 118,000. I may take profit sooner, we'll see. But the point I want to short is going to be around 118,500 to 119,000. That looks like the next cycle top. There's just so much confluence around that area on multiple charts that it looks like that'd be the ideal point to take profit in the long and ready to ride this short and come down. Typically, what happens when price drops, they'll send price back up because a lot of people are short. They want to take out those shorts before sending price back down. But again, as I said, do pay attention to the support level, 109,253. Once that becomes resistance, we're below that on the daily, then that's confirmation that we've broken down from this rising wedge, and it is down from there. Again, guys, if you want to take advantage of that special, it's only 18 days left. Again, all these links will be pinned in the first comment description, including the tutorial video for CoinCatch, and if you want to get access to my charts in Discord as well. If you have any questions, just email me regarding the specials and my charts, especially if you want the Discord invite link. That's it, guys. Stay safe, stay smart. I'm out.